considered.
I mean, maybe people aren't streaming it to get more viewers. Maybe they're streaming it to enjoy streaming it and have people talk to them and say, hey, that's good. It's not all about numbers, Steve. There's more to streaming than getting more viewers. Some people who aren't me. You know, speaking of getting more viewers, I've been sitting at 2,495 viewers on Twitch for like a full month. Slash 5. If you're watching now and you aren't currently, you know, following on Twitch, maybe go ahead and do that. You know, I'm not saying like people should make bots to follow me. I got enough bots following me already. Just, you know, maybe if you don't already follow me, click the button, like, subscribe. We haven't done a Twitch Prime thing in a while, so just consider
Does
it
Twitch Prime
that.
even exists still?
Yeah.
That's called Prime Gaming.
It's not as cool anymore.
Yeah. You can still call it Prime.
I mean, people doing artwork still exist, but they don't call it artwork anymore. They call it real life.
They call it buried in IRL.
Is there anything you all want to do before you start the killing?
Start the killing. No. I mean, outside of just working out how we're going to communicate to each other, I don't think it'll be loud, so I think we can just talk, but yeah.
All right.
Well, it won't be loud. It will be loud in the aircraft we're in. Like, I assume when we were flying in the Cessna, we all had like headsets on, so we could all hear the conversations taking place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you all array yourself in the aircraft? Like, is anybody strapped in anywhere? Are people like standing by an open door at any point?
So I'm confused because you implied it was like a Cessna, which is like the same interior size as like a five seat car.
Correct.
You can't really get up and walk around in it. You know,
correct.
It's got like a front row and a back row.
Yep. I just didn't know if anyone wanted to do something stupid.
No.
Sometimes players want to do that.
Yeah, anyone want to wing walk? Dave up from wing walking?
Like a gremlin?
Jesus, that sounds so scary. Don't even talk about that shit.
I brought my skateboard. I'm going to start doing tricks on the wings and try to poon the dirigible.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you ever pooned an aircraft before?
What if it's made of non-magnetic material? You just
non-ferrous metals?
Yeah. Did you hear about that guy 2 months ago that opened the emergency door to go take a walk on the aircraft and now is banned for life from commercial air flights? Oh my god. Imagine opening an emergency aircraft door and being like, I'm just gonna walk out there. It's totally
she
normal.
complained it was too hot and went and sat in the wing.
Oh, Jesus.
What the fuck?
Oh, I'm dying right now thinking about it. I'm gonna vomit.
I'll tell you about when I was in the US and having to help the air crew restrain a person trying to open the door at Los Angeles on the tarmac.
Oh
when I
God.
was there when the plane's APU broke down and we got stuck on the tarmac for like 2 hours in the heat, and with no aircon and no lights because the APU was burned out. And some guy tried to open the back door, and I was like in the back row, so I actually helped the crew tackle this guy. And then he got arrested, and then I got arrested because I was involved and had to give a statement.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
Anything you guys want to do before the final act begins? All right, so you're cruising at about.
The Bishop has enough C6 to.
I mean, do you want to give him one set? Because what if he fails and fumbles it?
So I said enough.
So how much is enough?
You
Rule
tell
of
me.
three. Rule of three. Let's do three.
You can't do that to me, Glimo. I'm the GM. You tell me.
Well, okay. So one will do it successfully.
Yes. If the roll is applied successfully, one should be more than enough.
Then I give him 3 doses of C6.
All right, enough to juggle. Nice.
Exactly.
So he's cruising at about
more,
12,000 feet, and he flips off his transponder so that he can't be found by civilian air radar. At some point, you all notice coming from out of
10 if it's a Cessna and doesn't have a pressurized cockpit.
What?
Has to be under 10.
Just give me a moment. I'm getting there. Listen, between you and James, you're really busting my balls here. Like, yeah, James is like, what if we hit stall speed? And I'm like, come on, man, I can't do a cinematic combat while having to worry about stall speed. Give me a break.
It's like the science.
12,500 feet is the ceiling for unpressurized aircraft.
Then it's good thing you're at 12,000.
It's the science channel. The science channel's on YouTube reviewing The Martian while watching The Martian.
What if you work with me to make this an experience instead of working against me?
And we're over mountains too, so is this above sea level or above the mountains?
This is above ground level.
Are we talking barometric altitude?
So from out of an alto cumulus cloud, if that makes y'all plain ass motherfuckers feel better, you see a stealth dirigible. It's pretty hard to spot because the outside of the dirigible has a active camouflage system that is displaying what should be on the other side of the aircraft. However, it's not perfect, and at some point as it flies on the cloud layer, it just becomes starkly visible for a moment, and he's like, oh, there it is. And he's like, all right, hold on to your butts, I don't do this very often. And you begin hearing the cockpit go, overspeed, overspeed, overspeed.
I don't do this very often, and I'm a little drunk.
He says over the internal radio, don't worry about that alarm. It happens from time to time, as he slaps the alarm cancel button off. And then several seconds later, you hear overspeed, overspeed.
I'm only worried about hearing pull up terrain, pull up terrain.
No, you get slightly more worried when he hears a flat tone and suddenly the aircraft sharply banks and pulls off, and you hear the sound of like a thump, 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 thump. And you're noticing that there's a line of chaff trailing behind your aircraft now, as you just see something come towards you and then streak past your aircraft and explode. And he goes, oh shit! I only have one load of that. I hope somebody here is capable of shooting down Stinger missiles.
If you get close enough, they won't be able to arm.
So he's like, I'm trying to get as close as I can. Somebody's gonna need to hang out the door and shoot at them.
All right, I'll open
As
the
he's
door
saying
then.
this, you enter the shoot down the missile tutorial sequence video game.
The mini game, that's it. Yeah,
You
no
must
worries.
choose one among your number to shoot down an approaching Stinger missile.
All of
You
a sudden you
only
hear-
get one shot.
All of a sudden you hear dun 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 dun. Deja vu.
Is it- How much damage do you have to do to?
Any one shot is going to be enough to disable a Stinger, but it should be noted that Stingers move at 1,650 miles an hour. They're pretty
Well, I
fast.
have a smart gun assault rifle on me.
I haven't, so, as do I.
Okay. I have
Choose your
reflex
fighter.
10 and rifle 5, I think. So
I love how the minigame's ready to start. You hear the blaring alarm of a missile octone, but you spend like 30 seconds switching between your... It's like, you select Bishop and he stands up and goes through like a rifle loading animation. Then you select Wolfgang, Bishop sits down, and Wolfgang stands up.
My
and
one
begins...
question is going to be, do we want it to be the person that is about to go down the zip line with the C6, or do we want Wolfgang to
all right.
cover
So
while Bishop?
I'm rolling. Okay, I'm rolling at 18 when plus D10 plus 18 when I shoot.
That's pretty good.
I'm at the same if I use my rifle.
Yeah. All right. So either one, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Who's
I mean,
your
I'm at-
fighter?
How
I'm at
much
the door,
luck you got?
so-
I would tentatively suggest that we probably want Wolfgang to cover over Bishop's shoulder because Bishop needs to go down the zip line.
All right, I'm taking the shot, Arthur.
Okay. All right. So the difficulty is 23.
Throw that luck in there.
Oh no.
It's 22.
Oh no.
So the second Stinger missile explodes quite near the aircraft. The aircraft shakes. Does anyone have an armor rating of 14 or less anywhere on their body?
Yes.
Okay, then you could possibly be injured by this.
My left arm is 14 exactly.
No, then you're fine.
My left arm's 12.
Okay, then you're not fine. Is that the only part of your body that could be injured by this?
Yeah, everything else is above 20.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll to see if it hits your left arm. Then that's
Hey, do you have like a sleeve missing? Like what's going on there?
Yeah.
his other arm is cybernetic. So
Well,
Oh,
like
okay.
I can't wear like
was it
extra
your?
armor piece.
The damage goes to your right arm. It's on your left arm, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the aircraft jostles. You could see that the airframe's taken some damage, and he goes, "Oh boy, if we take another hit like that, that's it. The game is over. We're gonna have to pull out." Bishop, you have a scope, right, on your gun?
I do, yes.
Can you make
I
a?
was gonna say, can I identify from the
Yes.
smoke trail where the shot's coming from?
Yes, it's definitely coming from the dirigible.
But what I mean is, like, is it a person with a shoulder-mounted weapon,
Yes,
or is it like a?
Yes,
Okay.
perfect question. Make your perception awareness. Oh, yeah,
24.
more than enough. Yep, you absolutely destroy it. There is a person who is doing the same thing you're doing. They're leaning out the dirigible. The dirigible looks like it's in a dive in order to gain airspeed to get away from you, but you know that's never going to happen. You're almost twice as fast as they are. He is being handed a stinger, and it looks like it's the last stinger that they have. So this isn't like a fixed weapon emplacement. They're literally just hanging out the side of an aircraft firing missiles at you.
Yep.
Okay.
So I will try and shoot at the operator.
Ooh, I like that. And because, all right, I'm gonna have to adjust for range now. So he's not moving, so he doesn't get a +10 bonus for moving at reflex 20 plus. What is the range of that gun?
400 meters.
Ooh, all right. I'll tell you what, it will be easier to hit him. I will give it a 20.
Okay. I'll put 1 luck on it as well.
All right, good luck.
That's what I said.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, roll for damage.
Yeah. How do you roll for damage against the number 1 hit to you? Okay, chest with 23 AP.
Okay, so let's do this right. The chest has 14 armor. So it
So it's half
APs
to
down
7.
to 7.
So
And
18
then-
goes through. Halved to 9.
Okay, you kill him instantly then.
Okay.
So the guy leans out the window. You can hear Sparrowhawk just being like, "Thunderchild, you gotta hold it together." You've got this beautiful rifle you've only ever fired once, and you fire.
No, I didn't. This is my assault rifle, not my.
Oh, it's your assault rifle. Well, then you just fire a bullet, and it's not really cool like the frag rifle. It literally just hits the guy in the chest, and he's ripped out the aircraft, and the Stinger missile just fires in a random direction, and probably it hits its flight ceiling limit, and then just like falls out of the sky. It has no target. Yeah, that guy falls to his death. I mean,
We're gonna
and
hear
it'll be
about
a
that
little
one
while.
on the news later.
Okay, so one of the people inside the aircraft is already dead.
Only 5 to go.
And now we know where they're hanging out of a doorway.
Yeah, so someone closes and locks the doorway after like leaning out the door and being like, "No!" Dramatic grab, right? They close and lock the doorway.
Well, now we know where the door is.
Yep. So he tells you guys to get back inside the aircraft and close the door so he can line up for a boarding.
I'll do that.
At some point, he levels the aircraft out, and the overspeed alarm finally turns off. He starts to pull up beside it. The only window on this thing, besides on the front side, is on the doorway, and you can't see into it very well. So it's hard to tell what's waiting for you on the other side. But he says, "All right, it's your last chance to make the choice. Whoever's firing the Bessie needs to plant the door knocker. You ready to do this, boys? There's no turning back from here." As he's saying this, the aircraft is inching forward. The two aircraft are like moving a little bit.
This is the point where we leave this cutscene on and go to bed.
You leave the cutscene on, but it still has your custom clothes. So, like, for some reason, Pascal is wearing duck cosplay from the DLC.
Yeah.
He just looks like a giant rubber ducky from a bathtub.
A very clear main character fashion in this scene.
Wolfgang is just wearing his Dante Fierro suit DLC. It's literally looks exactly like Dante.
I'm wearing the Yakuza suit, because if you own Yakuza on Steam while you own
white
this game,
suit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
yeah, with the red opened up chest part. No, I'm not wearing that.
It's tough to make a white suit look good, friends.
I've already beaten this game once, so I have like the cell shaded suit that you get at the end.
New Game Plus.
I got the Miles Morales Spider-Man suit on.
Yeah. I'm on 12s rather than 24.
yeah.
Half speed animation.
All right, Bishop. The Bessie fires, successfully attaches itself to the airframe of the dirigible.
I'll remove the headset carabiner up and slide across.
Okay. Don't fuck up, I guess.
Okay, I will spend 2 luck on this one.
Okay. You really don't want to roll 1 here.
That's a good thing with the system, is that no matter how much luck you spend, you always roll a 1.
Exactly
one better
what
than
you
last
need.
time.
You blow open the door. And, you swing inside. And let me move over to the combat map and explain what you're looking at.
I've been waiting for this all week. I'm very excited. Oh my god.
I don't know that it's good enough for you to get excited about. I'm sorry.
It's like a Winnebago.
Yep. I actually base it off of I literally base it directly off of like RVs and stuff, because I was like, what would a terrorist group in a flying airship need to survive? Probably something very similar to an RV.
Reminds me a little bit of the ship from Futurama.
Yeah,
the Planet Express.
They live on that ship. So, all right, I'm putting everybody who's not on the ship down in the tech bay, but let me walk you through what you're looking at. So they have left, this is the doorway from the outside on the right side of the ship. The left wing of your aircraft is currently attaching the two of you together. There's a knocked over stool that's supposed to be hard to get over to force you to trip or at least jump or in some way fuck up your walking forward. As soon as you enter, you can see that there's a washer, dryer, dishwasher combo on the far side. It's now occurring to me that the Roll20 map is so small it basically can't be seen on the stream.
You can zoom in.
Oh, yeah, I probably should zoom in. I absolutely should zoom in. Okay, that's much smarter. The top part of the map can't be seen, but we'll live with that. Next to that is... So the outside of the airframe can extend outwardly when it's down to give them more space, just like an RV. But when it's not extended, there's like a dining area. The table is bolted to the floor, and one of the gunmen... okay, this one's dead because he fell out of the aircraft. So let me just go ahead and remove him. One of the gunmen is hiding behind the table using some boxes under it as cover. Someone is at the airship's controls. They are not cyber interfaced into it. When you enter Bishop, you can see that there is a countdown clock. It says the Theseus protocol, and it seems to be counting down from 5 minutes, and it's just been initiated. Down where all of the characters are currently at is the tech bay, which is immediately beside the front console and piloting area. You can see that there's cyberware, an armory, like a toolkit area, just everything you'd need in order to maintain a small terrorist band. Kitchenette and cabinets, don't think I need to explain this. Over here is a closet where you store clothes. It's also the fuse box switch room for the machinery, and there's a ladder that takes you down to all the stowage. There's 2 cots. One of them would have a guy on it, but he fell out of the aircraft. The other one has someone lying down on the cot, using the cot to support their rifle, and the rifle's pointed directly at Bishop. There's also a shower sink toilet combo over here. All in all, you'd say if this was an RV, it would probably cost you about $157,000. I can let you have it for about $140,000.
Silver bullet from the 70s or whatever the brand was.
So, Bishop, I'm just going to put you at the top of the initiative order. You don't even need to roll for it. But you should roll. I'm just going to put you at the top, but you should roll to get on there. And then everyone else will need to roll, and that would be the order you all come down in.
Okay, so Pretty sure I get a bonus on my initiative if I remember correctly.
That did not
Yes.
work. 7.
Yes, I do.
10.
Okay.
So I should have selected myself, shouldn't I? Sorry.
It's fine. I got it in there. All right. Wow. Well, you guys all go before them, so this is going to work out really well for you. Okay, Bishop. What do you want to do?
What do you need me to do to get over that knocked over stool?
It takes 3 meters of movement to get over the stool, or you can try to do it in one go with athletics. But if you fail, you'll be stuck there.
Okay. Can I take an action to kick the stool out of the way, otherwise destroy it, to remove it as an impediment?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to do that, and then I
Right.
will move, and then I will shoot.
All right. You kick the stool.
Yep.
And you remove it as an impediment.
Yep. And then I wanted to move to here. And 3-round tap this guy here with my fucking black again. Radar spot.
Okay. So that'll be a minus 6.
Yep, -6.
Okay.
And then +3, so it's a flat then.
Okay, you need to hit 15.
No worries.
Yep. That'll do
I
it.
do. With 1d3 hits. 2 hits.
Okay.
Both to the head. Oh,
Wow.
Jesus.
Damn, dude.
Okay. Well, before you get too excited, he's got 20 armor.
Okay, I've got armor piercing,
Okay,
so
so
it drops to 10.
10.
So 11 and
it's
10.
11. Minus his
Up,
2
down.
BTM is going to drop it to 9, which is still enough to kill him instantly in the first shot. So they're wearing nylon helmets, but you put 2 holes, one above each of his eyes in the helmets, right on his forehead, and he just slumps back against the dining area, jerking spasmodically. He's down.
That's it, I'm done.
Yeah, you are. Walk on here and kill the man.
Oh, so actually, I'll take it. I'll just move into that space. Still got move left.
Okay, Wolfgang Roth. You have to take an action to slide down the carabiner to reach the doorway.
Sure.
Okay. You arrive.
Okay. All right. So the guy on the controls, what is he armed?
Yes, all of them appear to have rifles and grenades, and the guy on the controls has a toucan on his shoulder.
Classic pirate.
It's in a bird.
Toucan, it's a bird.
No, I get it. I understand what a toucan is. It's just like toucans are fucking massive, though, right?
Yes, and they have giant beaks.
All right. Okay. Well, okay. I don't want to destroy the controls of the ship, so I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna fucking kick this dude.
Okay, what shoot?
Oh, it's the guy on the controls.
Okay, you run up to him.
Is he armored?
Yes.
Okay. So then I will.
So they're wearing some sort of unusual. It looks like it must be custom made for them. They're not quite flak pants, but they're like reinforced cargo pants. They look pretty comfortable, actually. And it hooks into the rest of their obvious homemade military gear.
Okay. So basically, the following happens, Arthur. As I'm running up to this dude, and I'll eventually go and do a axe kick on this dude, but basically I'm going to aim for his head, and as I bring my heel down on him, the bottom of my shoe, the heel of my shoe explodes as a giant spike comes out of it, and I ram it into the guy's head.
Well,
on the top.
let's see if you make that happen. At the very least, those fucking wingtips are fucked up, though.
Yeah, I think we'll be. Okay, so this is armor
Dave spends
piercing.
€50 after every fight to replace his shoes.
Oh no, I like the idea
50
that
euro.
these are-
What do you think he is? Some kind of peasant?
I like the idea that these shoes have like just it's like a plug that comes off. Yeah. No, not really. I don't know. It's probably just shoes that are fucked up though.
He's got like
I
a
don't use-
$1,500 a year shoe subscription service every month.
Yeah, it's called Kicks. No, it's called Kickback. Hey.
Yeah. Pumped up
okay.
kicks.
Just make your
Pumped
goddamn
up
roll.
kicks. There it is.
So all right. So I moved to get in,
Yep.
and then I moved to move. So that's -6. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So Taekwondo. I'm gonna put 5 luck into this.
Okay.
No, 3 luck.
You need to
put
beat a
3 luck
20.
into it. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, so it'll be -3 then, because I'm putting
Called shot to the head. Yeah.
yeah, cold shot to the head. Yeah, so
Okay.
boom,
You connect for your damage.
and this is armor piercing
Yep.
as well.
22 drops to 12 -2 for his BTM is going to be enough to kill him.
Yeah, just one heal straight to the brain.
All right, the toucan
remember
immediately
because it's armor
leaps off his
piercing. So his thing. So Dave's thing acts like a knife, I believe. So his thing doesn't halve, but my bullets do halve again after, like whatever it halves the armor, and then the damage past the
Okay.
armor is halved against their body.
All right, then he's super duper dead.
Yep.
So what's the rule with the knives? It's
Knives
so
don't
knives-
have the damage; they just go
Yeah,
right
but
direct.
some armor isn't halved against knives.
Well,
So
this
things
is
like
nylon armor.
metal gear, metal helmets, that sort of stuff isn't halved against knives.
I guess let's find out.
So if you look at the armor table, there's a little tick. Anything that has a little tick next
Yeah,
to
it
it is
looks like
halved against
the
knives.
square root.
Yep.
so basically when I attack it with AP on the heel, it doesn't. It ignores all the armor. Is that what you're saying?
No, so it still halves the armor, but it doesn't halve again when it gets to the body. Like
Oh,
they
cool.
don't halve the damage to the body. So it's, but not all armor is halved by
yeah,
knives.
it doesn't do it for a nylon helmet, so it doesn't deal 22 damage. It still only deals 10, but it's enough to kill him instantly. The
You only need
toucan
to do
immediately
4 damage
rises
to
into
him.
the air in a squawk.
Yeah. I basically just like pull my foot off his head, and I turn around and where am I on the map here? I guess there's no cover here, right?
Nope, this is an interior.
Well, I'm going to make sure that when this guy shoots, if he shoots, he's not going to shoot the controls. So I'll stand in front of it and point my gun at him, I guess.
Okay, Coltan.
All right.
All right, first action is to ride down there.
Bustin'. And then acquire the target to my left and unload a full clip.
Okay. So 15 to hit.
And dump all my luck into this.
Man, we're just icing these dudes.
Yep, you got him.
Well, it's 22 plus an extra 3. Would that matter? Because it's a full clip, so plus 3.
Well, no, you'd lose the 3 because you moved in.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay.
You'd
And
be
then-
-6,
and then-
3 for riding down and then 3 for you still
Yeah,
hit.
this is third action. Yeah.
Oh, you're asking for how many bullets hit. Okay, so +3 -6 is gonna give you you hit an 18, which is 4 bullets. So roll for 4 bullets worth of damage.
4 out of 30.
Yep. Bustin' makes me feel good.
Holy shit, dude. Some good damage.
I might
Finally.
not be too worried about that. Oh no, I'm very worried. The leg hits will probably stun me. Okay, so they're lying down. You shoot them in the left leg. So their left leg armor is reduced to 13. They take 7 points of damage. ATM gives them only 5 points. They're not stunned. Right leg was reduced to 13. Now they're at 10 injuries. Now they're stunned. Left leg again. Oops, I'm doing this wrong. Lifelike again is reduced to 12. And you deal 7 points of damage, which brings him to 15 injuries, so now he can die. Yep, he just goes into shock and starts dying immediately. And then you hit him in the left arm. For 9 minus 2 is 7, 22. Not that it matters. But just for courtesy's sake, he's still dying. Okay, yeah, you shoot him. He is bleeding out and dying.
All right, I'll drop a clip.
He's not as dead as the two guys who've been shot in the head so far. Yeah. Or the guy who was shot in the chest.
Just dropping a clip, reloading, just in case.
Okay, Pascal.
Pascal, go down the zip line.
There's a lot of blood in here, Pascal.
Sees that
it smells awful.
Sees that there's no immediate targets and goes over.
There's a fucking toucan in here.
Yeah, there is a fucking toucan in here.
It's the real brains of the operation.
And goes over to the tech bay to try and find the suitcase we're looking for.
Okay.
The voice of Primo comes out of the toucan.
We're out of combat now, right?
Not quite.
I said there's 2 more.
Yeah. So let's see what happens on their turn, then I know what I'm doing next if we don't see them.
Wait, you said there was a downstairs or something?
There is.
There's a ladder down to stowage.
Where is? Oh, yeah, I see it.
So I want to remind you, you guys did hear that these guys experimented with animal control and like animal enhanced intelligence and stuff like that.
Yep.
So the toucan goes to one of the grenades that this guy on the front, the captain, had, and makes a squawking noise and pulls the pin on it. And you hear an ominous hissing noise.
Would you say that I'm standing on top of him? Because I think I would be able to defend against that.
On your turn, you can certainly attempt to do that. The pin, however, is pulled. Pascal, there is a very obvious briefcase with the words on the outside written in green that says Shamrock Eyes right in the middle of the tech bay. There's some other stuff there if you want me to describe it later when a grenade isn't about to go off in an enclosed space. But the thing you're looking for is right in front of you. Marcus Bishop, there's a toucan that's beak currently contains the pin to a grenade. That is the only immediate threat in the area. What do you want to do? You're muted.
So it's on mute. I'm going to assume that Wolfgang's going to be in control of the grenade there. I am moving over to the hatch for stowage.
Yep.
And then dropping a flashbang down.
All right. That would be a stun roll at -5, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You drop a stun grenade down. Anything else?
Okay. Then I'm covering the hatch, and on my next turn, I'll look to go down.
All right. Wolfgang.
All right. So this bird, it doesn't have a grenade in its mouth, right?
That's correct. It only has removed the pin with its massive toucan beak.
Okay.
It's actually glaring at you with a sort of evil intelligence.
Well, do I have visibility of the door?
Yep.
Can I throw the grenade? What would a throw be in this
Heavy
game?
weapons.
I forget. Are you fucking serious?
It's reflexes. You're good at that, and you got luck.
That's true. What's
You can throw up to 10 times your body weight, so
which
your
is a
body
10.
level.
So yeah, so I can lob that bitch out. But the problem is, what about in front of me? Is there like a glass window, anything like that?
There is not a glass window. It's a 3D, like holoscape.
Reproduction of what's on the outside.
Correct.
Yep.
But it also includes, like, you can reach up and like press things in open air on the holo display to like change it over to thermographic view or passive radar, active radar. But currently it's set on like, normal vision view out the front.
Okay.
It looks like it's a complicated interface that could be manipulated.
I'll take the grenade and I will do my best to throw it out the door keeping in mind I'm going to throw it as hard as I can because I want it to leave and safely detonate away from the thing here.
I understand.
Does it actually look like an explosive grenade or like a gas grenade?
It is 100% a gas grenade.
Yeah.
Okay, well in that case, I do my best to get it out the window as quick as I can. So
Okay.
Oh, the door. Yeah. So what do you want me to make a roll here on?
Heavy weapons, so just roll reflex. You need to hit a 15.
Gonna throw some luck at it, Dave.
I got 2 luck left. Yeah, why not? Why not? I'll be rolling at a plus 12 then, so I only need to get a 3 on a d10. That's not so bad.
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, it's near the door. I have to roll a d8 to see how far off the mark I get if I fail.
Not quite.
Throw, I think.
It's a little bit more complicated than that. The grenade miss table. So
yeah, it's a d8 and it like or d9 or whatever.
No, you
or
roll a
something.
d10 and then another d10. So roll 2 d10.
That would be closer to the door if I know my
One
table.
knocks it out the door.
Yeah.
Directly right. So I want to tell you all what happens because it's really bad.
I
The
throw it in the other
grenade
plane.
leaves your aircraft and travels into the open Cessna door and lands behind an unsuspecting Sparrowhawk in the Thunderchild, where he doesn't notice it's there. It's like a hot potato ready to go off in the next 6 seconds. Coltan, you are literally the only person that saw this happen.
All right. I'm going to run, reattach the fucking shit across the Cessna and try to kick it out.
Okay, so the
You
Cessna
kick
is...
it back into us. And it's like,
No, like,
Yeah, he's not in the receiving position. He's in the.
Well, like,
So you're gonna have
Cessna-
to you're gonna have
Cessna's
to
only got door on
leap
one side,
and
right?
jump to get into the Cessna. You can attach yourself, but he's in an above position, so you could ride down towards it. He is not yet removed into what James is calling the receiving position. So you are gonna have to make a roll to make this happen. It's not that hard. It's an athletics of 10.
which is a body roll.
Yes.
That's not great. That's not
And
great.
on a natural 1, you don't fall to your death because you are attached with a carabiner.
Can I?
It is one thing to call out the height of the altitude for breathable air. Another thing to say that I don't know if a grenade would really fall up into a plane that's in a higher position.
Yeah, if it's in a higher
Kicked
position.
it or threw it in there.
Across at least the wingspan distance of airflow at airspeed.
It's 3 meters.
Yeah.
Is a wingspan 3 meters?
I'd say so for on a
Yeah,
Cessna.
then it's in there.
Less, yeah.
That Dave made the roll. Well, it's 2 meters. Just let it happen. It's interesting.
Is there any way to get this guy's fucking attention?
Yeah.
Just in the anime music, so no.
This mouth, there's a grenade in your plane.
Well, like before I
He has a radio. I mean, if any of you have a radio, you can just call him on it. I don't think any of you do, but
I do. I
Well,
can
your-
pick up radio.
your
so.
turn is unfortunately over. You don't even know that this is a problem. Coltan is the only one who saw it
Actually,
happen.
my turn is not over because I want to turn around and see what this alarm is that he pushed on the control
Oh,
panel.
okay. So the control console is locked. You can no longer direct the ship. It says CCS protocol activated, and it now says 4 minutes 54 seconds countdown. It has a 6-digit combination code that you have to
I have
enter.
electronic security.
Good luck.
I'm gonna try it.
I'm going. Nope.
Maybe-
Before you do, I want to
maybe
tell
do
you
that
that you
next turn.
recognize that this is a highly secure system that's a failsafe. It's a 25, and if you fail, you're going to set off the alarm.
And you're at -6 because it's your third action.
Correct.
-9.
No, it's my second action.
Picked up the grenade, threw the grenade.
I would count that as one action. I would say he's at -3.
Okay, -3. What electronic security is? What tech?
Yep, you need to hit 25.
So I would be rolling +9.
It's basically only possible on
If you roll a
total
10.
luck. And you know that if you fail at this, you're going to set off whatever this thing is.
What did you say the DC was? 25?
Yes.
That's
It's a
I
suicide
definitely
protocol.
wouldn't do it as a not your first action if you're going to do it.
You said 4 minutes, yeah?
4 minutes, 54 seconds.
And I'm aware that it will that
Yeah, just
the
looking
end
at
of
it, you're
this-
like, oh shit, this is a suicide protocol. Like, this was enabled
Okay.
for if there are boarders that will scuttle the ship before anyone can take it.
Is there a way to not so much disable the countdown or whatever, but like remove whatever explosive payload is in here?
You would need to like investigate the console to a more technical degree. You know,
I mean,
like,
it depends whether the suicide protocol is an explosive or it just navigates into terrain.
Yeah,
You know, so-
that's what I want to try and work out, Arthur.
Okay,
I want
well,
to try and work out what the
that's going to
what this-
be is there a fixed wing tech roll? It's going to be some sort of tech roll, but it's going to be
I mean,
to
there's
operate
probably like a there's
dirigible.
probably
Oh,
like
sorry,
a
it's dirigible
piloting.
tech.
I mean, there's definitely piloting that it could.
That will not.
Please just roll dirigible tech, Dave, so you get some IPs in dirigible tech.
Oh yeah,
At the end of the
you
session.
know what?
All right, so you're
Fuck,
just
you
rolling
failed.
tech.
No, I'm rolling tech plus dirigible tech, which
You
is
do
a
not
plus
have
0.
dirigible tech, so you're just rolling tech.
Well, you will soon.
With that
Arthur,
attitude, sure.
I'm gonna dump 50 XP into dirigible tech.
Oh my god.
All right, yeah, okay, I'll roll that.
Listen, I'm just glad that you're all behind this.
Yeah, you know. I just want to check something real quick. Okay. All right, yeah, that doesn't help me. I was thinking that maybe I might know something, but I don't. So, all right, what was it?
I mean,
Yeah.
when you say we're all behind this, Glimo and Drummer have been pretty silent, and I've been the guy that says I'll hold your beer for you.
No,
so-
I meant you guys are all behind the airship invasion mission. No, you spend your whole turn like removing the front plate of the console. Further investigation is not capable. Coltan,
I give up.
I
I'm
need you
gonna
to make
pack my
that jump
bags.
roll with athletics.
Before that,
Okay,
he's only like 2 meters away, right?
something like that.
I'm gonna chuck my empty clip at his window.
Oh,
Try and get his attention.
I'll buy that. All right, he turns. He looks at you. He goes,
Like, I'm like,
Oh, he
universe is
turned-
over
all right.
fucking down.
he turns back and he goes,
And then
on
I'll
his
clip
turn,
on.
we'll see if he deals with it.
And then I'll clip on.
Okay.
So
All right.
when he goes down, I'll automatically slide in to
All right.
take care of
Arthur
the command.
Perkins, I hold my action until he goes down.
Well, unfortunately, holding an action isn't a thing in this system.
No, it's not.
So, you have a choice here, Coltan. You can either try to deal with it yourself or hope that he is capable of dealing with it himself.
Could you potentially slide to the middle, and then when it goes down, you slide the rest
That's-
of
that's
You
what
want
I'm
to meet
trying
him
to-
halfway, right at
that's
the
what I'm-
borderline?
That's what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm gonna clip on and like go, and hopefully he'll like
All
go
right,
below
I'll
the
allow
line
this.
so I can
I'll
slide
allow
in.
this at the end of the round. We're gonna resolve this. Unfortunately, the end of the round isn't too far
Wait,
away.
Arthur, I got a perfect idea for this. How large is your cool, Arthur? Andrew.
4.
You should. This is definitely the only time in the game where cool should be rolled to see if he has the balls to
No,
hang in the middle of
no.
the air and while he waits.
Pascal, you have a briefcase that seems
Well,
like the object you need.
having seen the toucan try to do some damage to us, I'm gonna shoot the toucan.
Okay. There's no need to roll. You just shoot the toucan. It
No,
explodes.
you say two can play at this game and you shoot him.
Then, as he shoots him, he blows the smoke at the end of the barrel.
Accidentally shooting himself in the face in the process.
All right, you fire another bullet in enclosed space. All of you having no earplugs are just like, ow. It's like the 4th time that's happened.
I have sound filtering.
Ah, there it
Yeah.
is. All right, well, the toucan is super dead.
And I have the briefcase.
What does a
Just make a
toucan
roll
Wilhelm
so that
scream
when I
sound
start
like?
doing experience points, I remember to give you experience for shooting it. Okay, Coltan.
Then +4.
You leap out into the open air riding a carabiner. The aircraft lurches down just enough. You get stuck halfway, and then you slowly slide down. You have one chance to do something about the grenade.
I'm gonna chuck it out the door.
Yes. Okay. It's a heavy weapons roll.
What's based on heavy
15.
weapons?
Base is reflex.
Oh, 7
Throw
reflex.
all your luck at it, dude.
My luck just went into killing that dude.
I put it in one of the nylon bags, Arthur, and zip it up.
Oh no.
Okay. At the end of the round, it's not quite a gas. It's more like a semi-liquid, and it goes off, hitting Coltan and Sparrowhawk.
I'm doing so with my right arm, just to be clear.
Oh, don't worry. Your whole body's affected by this.
Oh, no.
Like, you try to throw it, and you get, like, hockey
Hey.
goal posted.
Can I
You
at
just
least
picked up
shield
resist torture,
Sparrowhawk
right?
from it?
No. It's gonna get both of you.
I did take torture drugs. I did take
Yeah.
that.
So maybe you'll like just wake up in a month from now.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, let me see how this
Hey.
works.
I tried, boys. I tried.
Well, listen, I have to tell you, it's a little bit better for it to go off inside the Cessna than it is in the place where the entire player characters are gathered.
Yeah, but the Cessnas are escape route, so no, it's not.
I mean, you have parachutes.
Well,
Using parachutes is better than everyone being dead. Let's see here. Your gas mask filters will give you a +2 against this. It's not totally effective because it's not a gas. You both take 8d6 damage. It's 29 damage, and its location is your leg.
Okay. So what is the math on this one?
It's 29 damage, and it hits you in your leg.
That's it?
Yep. What's your armor there?
21 on both.
Okay. Well, then your leg gets... what's your BTM?
-1.
Well, your leg doesn't get blown off, fortunately. You do take a bunch of damage, though.
Yeah.
So it's like a corrosive, is it?
It's biotoxin, too. So... you'll get to make the first save you have to make is versus stun from being hit.
So do I add injuries now, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah. You add 7
much?
injury to your leg.
Oh. Is that just like plain injuries? Like
Yep.
there's an injuries tab
Yep.
Yeah, add 7 injury
Yep.
And then-
Add 7 injury.
and then
and then
save.
drop your leg armor by 1.
Yep.
Which, like both?
The whatever 8 is, it's right leg.
Okay. And then save.
Yep. This one's not the bad one. All right, so you're stunned. Now I need you to roll a second save at a +2 versus death.
Nope.
Okay. So, the rest of you here over... Bishop, you said you had a radio? No, Wolfgang, you have the radio.
Yeah, I believe I have at least the ability to pick up radio waves. So
Okay, so you hear Sparrowhawk go, "Hey! Oh shit! What is this? It's eating through my pants! Oh God! He's..." Marcus, the flashbang goes off.
Yep.
Coltan, you're not dead. You are at mortal 0 and you started dying. Do you have a trauma team card? I just want to know if the trauma team's coming to pick
I'm
you
the
up.
only one that does.
I love the idea that the trauma team is like underneath us on the ground and just like I don't see
Unfortunately-
him anywhere.
Trauma team cards only work
No.
in the city in which they're issued.
Okay. Well, then it won't help
I don't
you
have one anyway.
in the air in Georgia. All right. Listen, if someone can get in here, you'll be okay-ish.
But nah, you keep going. I'll do some reading.
All right, Marcus Bishop. You see Wolfgang looking at stuff weirdly. Coltan has jumped out of the aircraft. I'm just gonna move him over here. You hear your flashbang go off. There's no people going, motherfuck, oh,
Right.
Jesus.
I'm going to jump down the ladder hole and try and shock and awe anybody that's down there.
All right. There is no one down there visibly. The aisles down here are very narrow. There's the engine and the fuel system that feeds it. There's like food and military equipment and a fuck ton of drugs.
Right, I'm basically moving to clear. I'm
Yep.
moving through to try and clear.
You clear
anything.
the entire bottom of the aircraft pretty quickly. It's not like there's the clearest sight lines, but it's not like there's columns everywhere, right? Like you can lean over and be like, oh, no one back there. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I mean, that's going to take your whole turn, though, because it is a large
Yeah,
space.
that's fine.
Wolfgang, you hear gurgling noises and oh gods, and the airframe of the dirigible is suddenly starting to vibrate as the Cessna is pulling it away in a new direction.
So I have 2 robotic legs
Okay. I know that you do.
and a gas mask.
Yeah.
Am I able to see from the console? Because you said it was like a 3D outdoor
Yeah,
camera.
if you
thingy.
want to turn it to manipulate it and see what's going on with the Cessna, you can. All right, you can see that Sparrowhawk is currently, there's like a white foam, and there's something crawling up his arm. There's like a green poison moving up his arm. The arm is like turning black. His whole, like his fingers are clenching, and his left arm is hanging limply at his side. In the process, he's accidentally knocked the Cessna controls slightly out of whack, and the Cessna is now like locked into a slight right drift that's pulling the dirigible with it.
All right. Without thinking, I say as loud as I can, Bishop, get up here. This is more important. As I'm going to make the jump across.
Okay, it's super easy because the aircraft is in
Yeah.
the down position.
And I'm
you're-
going to
You're
grab.
powered by mecha legs.
Yeah, and I'm going because I can jump astronomical heights with these legs.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry.
So I'm going to
I
jump
made
across.
an evil version of you, so.
Oh, cool! Nice.
Don't you remember the other robot that you fought?
I don't remember.
He never got to
Oh,
kick.
Yeah, he never got
I
to
never
kick,
got
but
to
he
kick.
was
He,
the.
Oh, that guy.
he kicked a car over, like in
Yeah, and he had
narrative time,
grapple hands.
Didn't he kick through a dude's chest?
Yes.
Yeah, but it was all narrative.
Yeah, but he had grapple hands. How much cooler can you get than that?
All right,
Just like
so
some Inspector Gadget shit.
Secular Spider-Man.
I'm gonna jump across,
Yeah,
and
you're
then
on
I'm
the
gonna
aircraft.
grab. I'm gonna grab.
You could when you jump across, you see Coltan. His right leg has the same, like the armor is being eaten through, and the exposed portions of his flesh are starting to turn black and die. And you can see that he is also foaming at the mouth, and his left arm is clutching towards his chest. He's
I'm gonna
clearly
grab
having
him.
a heart attack.
Grab him and jump across.
Ooh, I am gonna make you make a roll for this.
Sure, absolutely.
So you're just grabbing Coltan, right?
Well, explain to me how much sludge is in the way of grabbing the.
None. It dissipated pretty quickly. It was like a oomph. Once it
Okay.
hit biological targets, it attached itself.
Okay, interesting.
I just want to know which person you're prioritizing to get over to the dirigible.
Is there an opportunity for me to grab both?
I mean, that's a lot of people to carry over.
I have a body 10, and I have robotic legs.
You do make a compelling case.
If a grenade can fall
And
off
I
into
have-
a plane, he can carry 2 people.
I also have muscle and bone lace.
All right, James, you make a good point. I'll buy it. You, looking like an action hero, you unstrap Sparrowhawk from his seat and you unplug him by his trodes over one shoulder. You get Coltan over the other shoulder, and no hands, no fear, you leap up into the dirigible.
Yeah.
I would
Sweet.
like you
I'm
to
into
make an athletics roll.
What would you say the bonus is here for the cyber legs?
All I'm gonna say is just don't roll a 1.
Okay. All right.
Rolling a 1 here would be really bad.
18.
Yep, you leap across. You arrive. You basically dump the 2 people in front of you. It was a solid leap. You haven't leaped like that in a long time.
I like the idea that my shoes have definitely been blown out now, because I like the idea that there's like some sort of actuators in the bottom of the feet that assisted with the jump to some degree.
The glue came off the soles of your shoes.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So there's no goo in the Cessna, right?
Correct.
It's interesting. I do need to try and stabilize these 2 men. So I tell you what.
That's going to
Glimo,
be an incredible roll at this point. Probably not something you want to do right now.
So that's why I'm saying this. Glimo, are you able to stabilize what's your name? Coltan? While I try and do it to the Cessna captain.
I do have all my medical shit in my bag if that allows any bonuses.
Well, they need it just to even start doing it, right?
Yeah.
So let me work out my thing here. So I've jumped across, picked up 2 people and jumped back. So
yeah, I'm going to say you're at a -9 at the very least.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so they are both in death state 0 right now. To stabilize them, you need to... A roll is made to determine if the patient can be revived. Must be higher than the current death state of the patient. Okay, well, the good news is that because they're in death state 0, you can automatically possibly stabilize them.
Okay.
If 30 seconds from here pass, they'll be in death state 1, and there's a possibility you could fail. So, successful stabilization is... do you have any medical skills?
The closest I have is a decent tech.
Okay, you just need to roll tech then. Coltan, how much wounds did you end up having? Like 7?
7.
Okay, you need to beat a 7 on a tech roll.
No, I'm doing the captain. And
okay, you need to beat a 20 on a tech roll.
that might be difficult.
Well,
Glimo,
he
what is
wasn't
your
wearing
tech?
any armor, and he was hit with a deadly biotoxin.
Would it be best to try and like you said it's eating up his arm and stuff?
Yep.
Just give him the Emperor's
Oh, are we
Mercy.
back to the zombie bite? You want to cut its arm off?
Well, I don't know any
I
other
want
way
to
of
point
dealing
out
with
that
it.
sure, it might keep it from eating the rest of his body, but now he has an unsanitized, horrible arm wound. Now he's dying of that.
All right, so
Oh
I'll
my
try
God.
I'll try the 20 check here because there's a
Okay.
chance I could hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean that was your end roll was a 2
No, my roll was a 4.
with a -9.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I didn't
Your
add
roll's a
that.
2. You're exhausted. You drop him. You're like, what do we do? I put some band-aids on the wound. The band-aid starts turning black.
This is acidic, right? I'll throw some salt on it.
That's Dave. No. Oh god.
Just grab some
It's like
detergent from
listening
the
to
washer
James
dryer
be
machine.
like, this assault rifle has a bullpup stock. No, it's so wrong. Please stop. Pascal. Coltan is very clearly having a heart attack.
Okay. I will move over to him.
Okay.
And first aid.
All right, you hit a 7.
And that's at -3. Don't fuck up.
Okay, you stabilize him. He is unconscious, and you don't know what it's going to take to wake him up. You don't have the antitoxin for whatever hurt him. And probably, given that these people were bioterrorists, maybe it's somewhere on this aircraft, but probably it's not labeled, use this to save your life.
I mean, lots of terrorists make, bioweapons without making a cure.
I do have a drug analyzer in my bag if you search that.
Oh my God, you're so prepared. If this had happened to anyone else, you guys would have been great. I'm sorry. Sorry, Andrew.
It's fine, man. It's my own doing.
Okay. Bishop, I don't know that you have a lot of air pirate experience, but there is a dangerous listing motion that makes you think that maybe both aircraft are unpiloted right now.
Plus, I did tell you to get up here, so yeah.
I will come up again, and if I can identify
You
what's
notice
going
that the pilots of both aircraft are either dead or dying, and they're both on this ship for no apparent reason.
If I can identify what's going on, I will attempt to unload my clip into the part of the wall that the pile driver is anchored into to try and free the pile driver.
Okay, you do that. All right, the Cessna slowly begins to drift away, banking further and further until it begins to tilt towards the ground, and it's definitely going to crash somewhere.
I like that, James, you managed to pick up my significant PC shout to understand exactly what it is that I was talking about. So good job.
Anything else?
No, then I think I spent the rest of my turn assessing what's going on here.
Okay. Wolfgang, a whole bunch of bullets hit the area directly above your head. And suddenly you feel like the dirigible is moving in a new direction.
All right, gentlemen, real quick, couple of problems. First, we're on a ticking time bomb right now. Second, we don't have a plane to get out of here. Third, our current captain is probably going to expire very quickly. So, options.
That was
So we're
such a
not in combat
narrowish
time now?
recap.
AP, we still in combat time or not?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna try and like, is there anything of worth of value in this place that I can spot?
Immediately right here? I mean, there's a giant briefcase labeled Shamrock Eyes.
I've got that in my hand.
Okay, all right.
Outside of the objectives. So,
Let me describe what the rest of the aircraft looks like. All right, so James knows that there's a bunch of drugs down there. There are 2 Stinger missile launchers that are packed away in the bathroom that appear to be empty of Stingers. There is a scattering of toolkits, an armory, gun maintenance equipment, a shit ton of ammunition at the tech bench, and there is also a 8-person portable cellular cyberdeck in the tech area called the SGI Technologies Elysia cyberdeck. It appears to have multiple electrode connections so that multiple people can ride with whoever the netrunner is. It definitely seems to have been customly modified and has several program chips sticking out of it. That all looks pretty expensive.
How big is that deck that you just mentioned?
It's essentially it's in the book, but it essentially looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual disc.
So it's not very big, but you can plug multiple people into it.
Yes. I mean, compared to most cyber decks are like the size of like 4 playing cards. This thing is like the size of your forearm.
Okay.
It's huge compared to most other cyber decks.
Yeah.
But one could still hold on to it and parachute out of a plane.
Oh yeah, for sure. It only weighs a couple of pounds.
Okay. So I'm gonna put that.
Oh, and you know that there are some definitely illegal gas grenades filled with biotoxin lying around at several parts of this aircraft.
I don't know if it's worth fucking with those things. My brain tells me not to do that.
Yeah, you look at them and you see a little red skull and crossbones icon flash up that says you're too low level to equip this item.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take the toucan with us because you
It's
said
dead.
it was chipped, right?
I shot it.
Pascal shot it.
Yeah, I know it's dead. I'm saying you said it was chipped, right?
No, but they experimented with it. You can see if it's shipped. You don't know that it's shipped.
Mhm.
You definitely have its dead corpse, though. It's been shot like several times.
Can I identify any sort of handheld radio that we can take in here, like a?
Yep.
So not a walkie-talkie, more like like a satellite phone
Yes.
or any sort of Okay,
Yep.
cool.
I'm gonna just drop us out of turn order. At some point, you either need to save the captain or
I will attempt to do that,
Okay.
and I'm gonna put all my luck into it.
Okay. Good luck. You need to hit 20.
Oh,
That's a 20.
importantly,
Damn.
Okay.
Is the man wearing a parachute? Let's be real here.
Yeah. Everyone on the Cessna was wearing a parachute.
Great.
You do what a doctor does. You do what a tech does, and you can't antitoxin him yet, but you get him in a position where he's no longer going to convulse to death.
If you're using my gear, there is a drowning analyzer like right there.
You're really big on this drug analyzer right now.
Well, I mean, if they're looking for an antitoxin, they need to know what the toxin is.
That's true.
There is one option we can do, boys. I might try and chase down the Cessna.
The Cessna is faster than the dirigible.
No, I mean
Jump out.
jump out and try and land in it.
Cessna is faster than your capability to catch up with it. That plane has sailed literally in several meanings of the words.
Okay. All right. I wasn't sure how much time had passed. So.
I mean, we had a small speech there, at least 20 or 30 seconds. The plane is slowly pulling into a dive away from you.
So let me tell you what I plan to do, and it's at UAP, and if anyone else wants to sort of throw in that stuff as well. My plan is, first off, to tell people what's downstairs. Grab the radio, get my camera, digital camera, take a photograph of all the dead bodies, clip Coltan onto my, carabiner onto my LBE or onto my parachute gear.
Yep.
With the intent for me to jump out with him attached to me, and for us both to parachute to the surface. There's nothing really of value that I want to take, but I will obviously say, you know what's downstairs, you know what's in the tech bay. If you think there's value here, grab it. But we've got what we came for.
There's only drugs downstairs?
Yeah, drugs and explosives. Food.
How long would it take me to use Coltan's drug analyzer to find out what's...
I don't think it takes that long specifically, but let me look.
What would the roll be?
It doesn't take a roll, it just does it automatically.
Oh, okay. Then I would
believe.
Do you have an MSDS on this stuff, Arthur?
No, I don't. I'm sorry that you want to make one up for me. I could tell you what it should have. I'm looking for drug analyzer. Probably under medical, right? Yep.
No.
Drug analyzer will determine the purity of a drug with known composition. Okay, so it comes back with unknown composition, unknown molecular makeup, and offers several possible effects as an unknown substance. And like the one at the very top is sudden death. Like
awesome.
Several of the other are pretty bad, like cardiovascular disruption, intense blood pressure spike, water retention, kidney failure. It notes that the drug can be absorbed through gaseous or through skin contact means.
And I'm guessing that I don't have the ability to figure out in the 3 minutes that we have if an antitoxin exists on this plane.
If you have pharmaceuticals, I will allow you to search the... Okay, then no. Like, you could search the plane, but you would never be certain that what you got was the proper thing.
Okay. If Wolfgang hasn't taken it, I will take the cyber deck, and then I'm taking the...
Okay, mark down you have an Elysia. You're also holding the Shamrock Eyes?
Yes.
Okay. Wolfgang gets athletics.
Maybe strap that Shamrock Eyes onto your body in case you drop it. It's more important.
Yes. And then...
What did I have Dave roll tech for? Oh, tech medical, right?
Yeah, and aerotech as well.
Oh,
Yep.
dirigible tech. That's right.
Yeah,
No,
well,
he
it's
didn't.
actually-
He didn't roll dirigible tech. He rolled regular tech for. Oh no, you're right. He did roll dirigible tech to pop open.
It comes in the aerotech. I was looking it up.
Does it? Okay. All right. Then
Yeah.
he's gonna get some aerotech.
Woohoo! Hell yeah!
Coltan, while all of this is happening, you wake up. You smell smoke. There's a fire in the control room of your aircraft. You can see people running around. Somebody is just shouting like, "Leaf, where's Leaf?" And somebody's like, "The Bonez family, find them!" There's gunfire everywhere. When you look outside, you can see an enormous sky battle between like blimps, gyrocopters, homemade fixed-wing aircraft, a couple of AVs. It's hard to tell who's on what side. All that's clear is that there are multiple small battles between perhaps 24 craft going on. Some ship like pulls up next to you. People are leaping over. They're shouting out words you don't really understand as they start stabbing each other with Kendachi Mono katanas. Like in your childhood vision, your eyes zoom in on the oscillating blade and see the word Kendachi that will be etched in your mind forever.
It's like product placement in a vision.
Yeah.
Thank you. What Solaris Knights has been preparing me for this one moment.
I start hearing like the monthly only $29.95 a month.
You see a person who is stalking around. He's got two beard spikes. They like his hair has been divided into two spikes, almost like a elongated dwarven beard. Stalking around and says, "Where's the little Leaf? Find him and kill him. We're ending the Bonez family today." What do you do?
I'm probably hiding.
Okay, you're hiding underneath a bed. You can see men moving around. One of them is just like, "Hey, something moved over here." And then he goes, I'm on fire!
Is he actually on fire?
Yes, he must have been investigating something, and his sleeve caught fire from all the
Rob
fire.
died of illness.
Is he the only one in the room?
Yes.
So I'll probably like, man,
Are you one to
Like-
hide, or are you one to kill? Take him
Like
while he's
canonic-
surprised.
like canonically, like young Colton Bonez is only a year old. Like what could he possibly do?
Well, then
He's
maybe
rookie
this vision-
doctor at level
maybe
1.
this is a bad
so-
vision then. The youngest I can remember is when I was like 3 years old, but
Oh, your family didn't die in a blimp explosion
yeah,
as well.
let's
so,
say that you're
you know.
you're having a brief flash of memory as a tiny baby. There's nothing you could do. You just sit here and watch.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
this is good
basically
enough,
like,
though. This is a good enough cinematic. This is the first traumatic memory you've ever remembered. All right, back to the rest of the team. Marcus, your plan is to hook Coltan to your body.
Yes.
All right, what loot are
Okay.
you bringing with you beyond Coltan, who is beyond replacement value?
A radio and photographs of all the dead bodies.
Okay, you have photographs of all the dead bodies.
Yep.
By the time you're done with this, the Theseus countdown is at 3 minutes.
No worries.
Bishop. Not Bishop. Pascal, what are you doing? You've got Shamrock Eyes.
I've got Shamrock Eyes clipped to me,
Okay.
and I'm not going to be first out the side, but I'm waiting until we're ready to
Okay.
bug out.
You grabbing anything else?
Just the cyber deck.
Okay, the Elysia. All right, Wolfgang, what are you doing?
I'm going to grab the captain.
Okay,
I
you're
assume he's
clipping him?
unconscious, yeah.
Oh, yeah, super unconscious.
Yep. And if need be, I'm going to pull his jump as well. Like you said, he was big, right? Like, or is he normal size?
No, he's normal size.
Okay. For some reason, I was just imagining him being.
No,
like,
he looks like an old
overweight.
prospector. Crazy old prospector guy.
Mm-hmm. I see. Well, in that case, yeah.
Grabbing anything
I-
else here?
What type of guns were these boys carrying?
They are carrying AKR-20 medium assault rifle. They are smart guns, and they are linked to the smart goggles they were all wearing.
Oh, if they're smart guns, I'm fucking putting them in my knapsack. Absolutely, those things are worth
That's
a
a
shitload.
lot of weight. Are you taking the
Oh.
smart goggles they're attached to? It just takes time to like unstrap the smart goggles from their heads, stuff it in a pack.
No, I'm just gonna unhook the cord because I assume it's corded, and then I'm gonna just put, the guns in, and shoulder put the duffel bag like over my shoulder sort of thing, and if it falls off, it falls off. I'm not upset, but basically, yeah, these guns are worth like 7,000 eddies each, probably. Easy. The smart gun, you double the value,
I don't think it's that much. I mean, they're not inexpensive, but you don't become instantly rich. They're 1,000 with the smart gun link, so
what?
they're only 500
Huh?
euro bucks a piece.
Oh, then fuck that
They're
shit.
cheap Russian rifles. What do you want from me?
I thought they were good runs.
They're the AK-47s of the Cyberpunk universe. They're literally called the AKR. I don't know what you want.
I'll
They're
grab one of
literally
the
described as like shitty Arasaka knockoffs.
Okay. I just assumed they were expensive. Okay, so then I'll grab like maybe 2 of the canisters of this sludge.
The biotoxin too? Okay.
Yeah. Because, I'm sure Coltan, when he wakes up, will be like, fuck this shit. I'm going to make it better. So it never targets me again.
Okay. I just want to, as a GM, I just want to double check that you wish to, with no experience, do you have heavy weapons?
No.
Okay. Just want to double check that with no experience in handling grenades, you wish to attach a unknown biotoxin to your body. I'm not saying you can't take it with you. I just want you to know that you'd be like, I don't really know how this works.
You know what?
And it basically almost killed everyone it touched.
I have a prospector to get home, so.
And in season 7, when Colton shows up with like exoskeleton legs and unleashes a swarm of mecha bees to sting everyone with this toxin.
Actually, was there any information here, like paperwork, chips, anything like that had like contact information for the nomads they were going to deal with?
They weren't dealing with the nomads. They were dealing with Barbadian separatists.
Okay, well then those guys.
There are chips in the tech bay, but none of them are marked. They're all illegal chip things. So most chips have a color along one of their edges and also a marking that tells what it is. Everything here is just completely unmarked. They're all transparently clear.
All right, I grab them. They're not too heavy. They're just chips, so I'll throw them in the bag.
Okay, you just grab a bunch of chips.
Yeah, especially I make sure I grab the one with Johnny Silverhand on it.
No, you don't have that one. But do mark down that you now have 24 unknown chips.
Roger that, Big Mama.
Unknown flavors of chips.
Okay. Anything else everyone would like to do before they jump out of the ship?
I will hang off of Bishop.
Okay.
Can I maybe grab? I just think about. Is there a portable GPS as well, or is there a locator?
No.
Or
all of the
flares.
there are definitely flares.
Okay, grab a couple
the
of flares
GPS
as well.
is integrated with the ship.
Probably grab some of the rations from below as well, just in case we're stuck out in the Appalachians for a few
It
days.
is all vegan.
Okay.
Even better. Even better.
It's like, all right, well, now
I
I set the flare off on top of the rations. I'm scuttling the ship first before anyone can touch these things.
As I said before, I've contented myself that it's all Oreos now because Oreos are now vegan. So
What?
Oreos are vegan.
Ooh, is that true? But they're so sugary.
Sugar's vegan, as it turns
Sugar's
out.
vegan.
Not certain types of sugar. Not
Cane
something
sugar.
made in a laboratory, but I understand what you're saying. All right.
Oreos are vegan. There you go.
Wow. I didn't know that.
As long as it's not lactose, it's
Okay.
vegan.
Y'all jump out the window.
If I was awake, I would have suggested Pascal leave some plastique on the dirigible and let her rip. But
It's gonna blow up on its own.
I think that problem will take care of itself shortly.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you all are falling, 3 minutes later, Bishop, your hand radio, and Wolfgang, your cyber radio, both receive a heavy encrypted burst of like several seconds long of transmission going out. It's annoyingly loud. Immediately as that concludes, there is like a puff of green, and the carriage of the dirigible begin. You know how like Colton's pants were being eaten through, that kind of thing? The carriage of the dirigible is being eaten by some sort of explosive gas that has been set off inside it that's corroding everything. And the dirigible the bubble just kind of continues for a while and is slowly deflating and falling towards the ground as molten chunks of like corrosive metal fall from the sky.
GG.
Okay, several minutes later, you guys touch down on the ground, no problem. Well, I mean, with an extra 200-pound person on you, so, it's not like there's no problem, but no one dies in the process.
No.
You're somewhere in northern Georgia, over the mountains, with no idea where you are, lost in the middle of nowhere.
Can I make
love the idea that
survival roll?
Oh my god. I love the idea that Arthur's like, I made this whole city for these guys and they spent 2 seasons walking through the wilderness to get back to it.
They decided to do an Appalachian Trail walk. They took cyber runner jobs. They make it back. Dante's really upset.
And you wonder why you played The Last of Us Part 2.
Oh,
This
wow.
is that reference now.
Yeah, are we going to start walking back to Redline City and stopping at every town to help solve some, crime or personal problem, like Littlest Hobo style?
You head into Tennessee, and a guy wearing a 10-gallon drum hat and a sheriff's badge says, "Hold there, partners! I can't let you pass through here. The Red Canyon bandits are attacking. Until that problem's done with, I can't let anyone head any farther north down the Appalachian Trail." Sorry, Glimo, you asked to make a roll.
Can I make a wilderness survival roll?
Do you have wilderness survival?
I do.
You guys have radios. Do you have a cell phone?
Yes.
We have cell phones, yeah.
I'm gonna set the difficulty at 10 to figure out. Well, what do you want to do?
I want to figure out where we are so that I can give the extraction team that we're going to call an idea of where to find us.
I mean, I also have a computer with me. I mean, I do have a computer with me, so I have a laptop.
Do you have a cellular modem to go with that laptop?
I have a data term pack on my phone.
That is not a cellular modem.
Does the cyber that I stole have a cellular modem in it?
That is it. It is a cellular cyber deck, which is not the same thing.
Okay.
It can't interface with the computer in the way that you're thinking, but if you electrode onto it, you can go into the net from here and be like, oh, this is where I am on the net, which isn't exactly like where you are in real life, but it's close.
Go find Ass Blaster for directions.
I've got data term plugs and
you don't need data term plugs. You can just it has electrodes for people that aren't a net runner to just attach to your head. You'll have a -2 to all your actions while you're in there, but you'll experience the net just like a net runner. It'll be real and everything.
So between that and my wilderness survival roll, can I figure out close enough to where I am to tell my
let's make the wilderness
team?
survival roll before you use an unknown cyber deck owned by eco-terrorists.
15.
Okay, you have a pretty good idea where you are using your cell phone GPS and just some basic like ley knowledge. You think you can probably get yourself to civilization in an hour or two.
Okay.
Actually, you're pretty close to that part of Tennessee where you can look at 8 states at the same time.
I call Miss C.
Okay. She answers and goes, "C.
It's Pascal.
Mr. Jaden, I didn't expect to hear from you. What's gone wrong?"
I have your package.
The targets haven't even arrived in New Jersey yet.
I am in the mountains of Tennessee. We have taken it ahead. If your extraction team can meet me, and I give her the nearest
All right,
town.
she's just like, I don't have any agents in that area, but I'm sure we can hire a team like yourself to come bring you to a safe house in Atlanta. Is that acceptable?
Yes.
I believe we discussed extra payment for a job done early, correct?
We did.
Well, consider that and the Hummer all yours. I'll be in Atlanta in 4 hours. I will see
She
you
didn't
there.
actually mention what the bonus was. She just said she would give a bonus.
That's correct.
€1. Because we didn't negotiate. So
100,000 euros minus the fee to hire the team to come pick you up. So €1.
yeah, we paid them twice as much as we paid you to go get this thing.
So I tell
Just
the
satisfied.
team that there's an extraction team that's going to meet us in the next town, which is an hour away, and they'll take us to Atlanta, and Miss C will meet us there.
Well, that was a fun job.
Pascal, 10 minutes before the extraction team is set to arrive, you'll have a call on your phone.
Of course I do.
The caller ID reads James Martin.
The James Martin?
The
Oh my
James
God.
Martin.
I answer. Mr.
Never trust someone with
Martin,
2 first names.
what can I do for you?
Pascal Jaden. I assume you know that this is, well, me.
Yes.
Word across my intelligence network says that you've stumbled across something a little interesting.
And what would that be?
Shamrock Eyes, do you have it?
I don't have it, but I was hired to find it.
It's too bad. I was willing to pay double and wipe the slate clean between us if you had it.
Please hold.
Glimo fucks the group.
Please hold.
As you go on hold, you hear him go, "You can't put me on," and then you put him on hold.
Guys, Arasaka is willing to pay double to get this.
Who was the, what was the organization this one worked for?
She works for a
There's
Cross.
orange something.
Orange Cross, which is a fake smuggler charity in South America.
Look, it's Arasaka, but we screw the client on an edge run. It's the last edge run we get. We
I
develop a
also-
reputation for selling out to the highest bidder.
I also don't think I'm very comfortable with ever dealing with Arasaka, even on positive terms. So I agree with Bishop on this one.
As far as I know,
If he wanted to pay us double for the job, they should have hired us in the first place.
Not that I would have taken it, mind you, but yes, I agree.
We don't need to say that.
And Glimo picks up the phone again. We'll take it, and he hangs up. It's like,
You're fucked now, guys. He starts running away with the briefcase down the side of the mountain, going, "I'm the only one with wilderness survival."
The one thing I'll say,
running away from two men with extremely high reflex and rifle skill.
Wolfgang and Bishop just turned to like the unconscious pilot and Doc. Stay here.
Don't go anywhere.
You were saying something,
the
Pascal?
one thing I'll say is we might be able to use this as leverage for your partner.
Every single deal Aristocra's ever made in their entire life only ever benefits them. There's no way they're going to give him up that easily.
I mean, look, why don't we give it to this woman, and then if they want to, and we want to work for them, they can hire us to get it back from her.
Ooh,
But at the end of the day, we finish the job we're doing, and then
I agree.
Go back on the market.
The other thing that's worth pointing out is I'm more interested in ripping the carpet out from underneath Aristocra's feet. If we can do it in one pull, that's something I'm going to do. But until that point, I'm staying with Dante, and that means not
Very well.
blowing up our reputation as much as we can.
Very well. So I get back on. I say,
Just leave them on hold indefinitely. Just
Oh no.
no,
Got the-
I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that.
Got the General MIDI version of Deja Vu coming on. Hold music.
I say, I don't have it, but I know who. But I can tell you who does have it.
Okay, make a fast talk and persuasion.
$15.
You need a 20. He goes, okay, I'm willing to play this game. Who has it?
Eddie's talking bullshit walks.
The Orange Cross.
The Orange Cross. Do you know where they have it?
I heard they were going to be getting it, trying to get it away from some separatists from Barbados.
I've heard that too.
The deal is supposed to be going down the day after tomorrow and I give him the airstrip information.
Okay. And what do you want for this information, Pascal?
Wipe the slate clean for the favor that I owe you.
I'll tell you what. If Shamrock Eyes is where you say it is and Arasaka gets control of it, favor's done. If you're lying to me, Pascal, we're going to have a problem. He hangs up the phone.
Okay.
All right, 10 minutes pass. Something like a defunct trauma team. Imagine a trauma team flying ambulance with things falling off of it, and one of the fans isn't spinning at the same rate as the others. Lands near you after flattening a couple trees in the area, and someone out the back dressed with like a leather vest, skinny jeans, and tattoos down their arm is just like, "Hey, you're the guys, right? Get in the air. What was that old movie? Come with me if you want to live."
I think the term you're referring to is get in the chopper, but this
Yeah,
doesn't really look like a chopper.
It's not a chopper though. It's okay. Get in the fucking vehicle, man. I'm not getting paid for this shit.
I think you are getting paid for this.
Not enough.
Okay, we get in.
All right. Inside is a group of other preteen to teenagers. There are exposed wires.
We're in a ride share? Oh my god.
I want you to imagine this is the worst wire management you've ever seen. Some of the wires are unsheathed and have been spliced together without any protection at all. They appear to be flying using 2 computers instead of 1 because they haven't overridden the first computer enough. So they need 2 people to fly the thing using half of the systems each. And there's not a lot of space for, an extra 5 people. But it does fly, and it does get you to Atlanta 2 hours later. all of the people within this vehicle are speaking in some sort of what to us would be, they'd be like, yo man, that's so yeet, we're elite hackers, bro.
No,
Chillax.
Zoomeries, yeah.
Yeah, these are the next generation of edge runners rising up. They're the Zoomers. Pascal, the one who was on the back of the aircraft, is like, hey old man, nice case, what's in it?
You don't need to know.
Oh cool, yeah, wow, that's a good line. How did you guys get stuck in the backwoods of Tennessee?
We're out here trying to find your mother.
Wow. You guys are so cool.
Hey kid, you talk too much.
Okay. All right, so he sits down, he straps into his seat, and he's vibrating with energy. He clearly wants to talk more, but he knows that you probably won't talk to him.
He's got a name badge on his cool denim jacket. His name's
It's Kevane.
Oh, I thought it was Aardvark.
No, it's Kevane.
Is Colton in the dock like conscious yet? This has been 3 hours ish.
No, you're not conscious.
Okay.
What do you do when you arrive at the Atlanta airport? What is it? O'Hare? No, that's Chicago, right? What's Atlanta?
Hartsfield.
Yep, Hartsfield. What do you do when you arrive at Hartsfield International?
Well, I would carry both of the bodies like this. Actually, yeah, no, we need to take this guy back to the fucking your friend, Drumurboy.
Primo.
Primo.
Yeah, Primo.
Okay.
So yeah, I'd carry both of them like this.
All
Am I
right.
going to do any sort of data connection at any point as well?
Yes. Whenever you get back over civilization, you can sell in, and when you're at the airport, I mean, if you want to stop in a terminal or something, you can data turn plug in.
I'd like to check to see if there's any federal warrants on the kill or capture warrants on this eco-terrorist group. Sell the pictures or share the pictures over. We've
there are no federal warrants for the United States government. However, there are several warrants out for each of them with Militech.
Okay. Well, then I'll happily submit the photos to claim any bounty that might exist with them.
Okay. What name are you using to claim them?
Bishop, Marcus Bishop.
Okay. Several hours later, you get 15,000 Eurobucks applied to your account, courtesy of Militech payouts.
God damn, that's a decent chunk of change.
I'll share it. So there's 5 of us, including the pilot. So share it out $3,000 each, assuming the pilot survives.
Okay. It seems likely he'll survive if he ever wakes up. What do you guys want to do for your remaining 2 hours, if anything?
That's. Oh, I want to find a new pair of shoes.
I'm sure there's a place that sells shoes somewhere in Hartsfield. Listen, airports sell a lot of stuff.
Oh, this is the good stuff.
You get them duty free too, no tax.
Nice. The armored ones? Hell yeah! Put that.
No,
shit on.
not that. Just no. I don't think you can buy armored shoes here, but you can buy shoes here.
Well, I would buy like the equivalent of like the suit shoe.
Okay, you can buy that, but you're not going to be able to get your custom tailored armored shoes at an airport. They have a lot, but they don't have that.
Is there anything that I can do to attempt to wake up?
You could take them to the airport doctor. I mean, they're going to ask questions like, why were 2 men exposed to experimental biotoxin? But
Yeah.
probably they'll be able to wake them up. Alternatively, you could try to make a street deal to summon a Ripper doc here to wake them up.
What would the street deal be?
You're out of your normal operating element, but finding a doctor willing to come to an airport for a quick fix isn't that difficult. So I'm gonna even it out at about 15.
You say Ripper doc, but what you really mean is veterinarian.
22.
No, I actually do mean veterinarian this time. Yeah, 22 is good enough. Someone will come out for 500 euro bucks, take a look, and charge you further for any additional medical malpractice that might need to be.
Jesus Christ, 500 euro bucks for a visit? Hot damn, that's
I'll
good
put down
money.
the 500 euro bucks.
Okay. I mean, they have to sneak into an airport and perform emergency surgery or emergency medical procedures, right? Like on you guys are they've got all the leverage here, so yeah, they come in. The doc hits them both with shots of adrenaline and basically provides them with an IV saline, and she says, look, they'll be awake in like an hour or so. There could be lingering long-term complications. Probably they're going to be okay. They're going to need a few days of bed rest, though, because they did just have heart attacks. That guy, and she points to the captain, and she's like, he probably needs a surgical suite.
I'm curious how much that would cost. And
I mean, she's just like,
be...
I don't work in corporate hospitals anymore. I don't have my license. It was a Hippocratic waiver thing.
If this episode has a fucking name, it's Hippocratic waiver. Like, it has to be. I say to her, I was like, how long do you think he could last without attention like that?
20, 30 years?
So he's not in any danger of...
It's going to shorten his lifespan.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate your time.
Coltan, an hour later, you wake up. You feel like you've had a heart attack.
Yeah.
You have an IV drip in your arm, and someone has definitely hit you with a massive fucking needle in the chest.
I can also feel my nanosurgeons going to work.
Ooh, yeah. They're right back in there, sewing your body back together.
Yep.
We'll talk about recovery next episode. I think the nanosurgeons have to get reloaded, right? At some point?
No.
There's something to them. Okay. All right.
No, it's literally just a one-time purchase. That's why they're so expensive.
I didn't know if there's anything you guys wanted to sneak in here right at the very end before.
Like skin weaves need to be reapplied if they're damaged.
Ah, that's what it is. Skin weave.
But
No, actually, I think it just takes 2 weeks, doesn't it, to come back?
You have to pay
you have to get another
money
shot
to get it redone in 2020. 2077, you don't have to pay.
It's a drink. You buy a drink.
Yeah,
and,
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I do remember someone saying that.
I'll just look around and be like, did we do it? I assume I didn't.
Got it done.
Yeah.
Great.
We're in Atlanta.
We're down a Cessna, though. So that
Yeah, all it costs us is someone else's plane.
An hour later, Mrs. C arrives to take control of the briefcase. I assume this is happening in a unlit aircraft hangar.
Yep.
So before we meet her, actually, I just want to ask, do we want to tell her about Aratek's interest in this thing?
Arasaka,
sorry.
Arasaka is interested in this thing?
No, yeah, it happened while you were asleep.
I vote yes, only because the more shit we bring down on Arasaka, the better it is for us.
I mean, we didn't sell our silence, or we weren't asked to limit our communication. It's up to you, Pascal. You took the call. But
I'll tell you what, make some money off of it, Pascal, and this is something we can do.
I'm going to take heat for giving them bad information. I'd rather not bring more heat down by warning her. Frankly, if the two corps blow each other up after we're free of this, just as well to me.
Okay. Anything you want to do before she arrives? She arrives with 3 Hummers. There are 10 men with guns that secure the area. Several of them are at something close to rest, but ready to kill all of you if you do anything weird. She approaches you. She's got 2 briefcases in her hand. And she says, "Did anything go wrong?"
I'll probably be tending the pilot.
Okay.
We took a little bit more heat than planned, and our plane was a casualty, but the rest of us made it out with our lives intact.
You have it?
I do.
Have you opened it?
I have not.
Did you take any trinkets from the plane?
Yes.
Like what?
A handheld radio and some food.
No experiments?
No, one of them went off, and I point to the two guys that are very clearly ailing, and so we decided we didn't want any part of it after seeing what happened.
Do you know that? Let me just ask. Do you know that Wolfgang currently has several of those grenades on him? I'm
No,
not
I
saying
didn't
it's like
take them with
open,
me.
but do you know that this is a lie?
I didn't take the
I
grenades.
thought he
with me.
didn't take them.
Oh, you didn't. Okay, so she says that's a shame. I would have paid top dollar for that. We never discussed what your bonus would be. Did you have something in mind?
Cash is king.
Okay, she nods. She looks at her left hand at the briefcase there and hands both of them towards you.
I flipped the briefcases open.
Okay. Inside both briefcases are 50,000 euro bucks, as discussed.
Oh, there's 50,000 in each?
Yep.
Nice.
She's paying you double for your bonus.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
She holds her hand out for Shamrock Eyes.
I hand her Shamrock Ice.
Okay. She opens it up, and inside is a Thanos-like glove, which she immediately puts on and says, "Finally, we have it." She drops the briefcase and starts walking back to the orange-colored Hummer that is hers. As she grips it, several of the men like cheer and nod as they get back into their Hummers.
What is it with people who hire people like us and them being so dramatic all the time?
It's inevitable.
Oh my god, that was really good. All right, you guys get 6 floating IP.
Woohoo.
I must have made a mistake here because I have almost no experience for Bishop. So I tried to do my
No,
best.
he did the explosion stuff on the door. He did
Oh,
gunfights.
you're right. The heavy weapons, I forgot about that. Yep.
Yeah, I did heavy weapons. I did awareness. I did human perception.
I got
did
awareness
obviously-
rifle. Now I have heavy weapons awareness.
Human perception.
Yep.
That's it.
Okay, Pascal. And Coltan. That's not the best way of doing this, but hopefully you guys can figure all that out. Okay, congratulations on the end of this side job. Next week, can we meet next week, just to be clear?
I cannot. I have my work
That's right.
Christmas party.
I think
next
we already knew that too. It was
It affects I've got 2 Christmas parties. One is the Cyberpunk day. One is the. I've actually got 6 Christmas parties, but one's on the Cyberpunk day. One's on the Road Trader day. So I'm good. I'm good this Saturday, but not next Saturday.
Okay, let me double check. So you're not good on the 19th, but
Yep.
you are good on the 23rd. No, yeah, you're not good on the 16th. You're good on the 23rd.
Yes.
Okay, is everybody else good on the 23rd?
Should be.
Okay.
Yes.
In 2 weeks when we return, you'll be back doing another job for Dante.
Nice.
Thus ends this side arc. Well, I thought this was a pretty good episode. I apologize, Andrew. You got knocked out, and this is really the beginning of your side story arc.
Oh man,
There's
It was
more
my-
questions than answers.
it was my own decision.
What is Shamrock? Well, I mean, listen, you probably saved the mission at that point. You definitely saved that dude's life. So
So we're at 25 grand each for the take.
And a Hummer, yeah.
Is it an equal split?
I think that's fair.
Well, you
Unless
have to
someone's gonna
repay
give me-
Coltan first, right?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
he fronted the mission cash.
Yep.
So it's 10 grand each then.
So there's 90 grand.
Oh, sorry, how much was the total pay?
You got paid
100
50,000 and 50,000 in 2 different briefcases.
Yeah, so it's 25,000 each, but I get an extra 10 from whoever wants to pay it.
I think we all just chip in like.
We just do, you take up your 10, we get 90 grand 4 ways. So that's 22,500 each.
All right.
Well, I hope that the airship mission lived up to everything you guys thought it was going to be.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm sorry I didn't get to shoot with you with any guys. I just had a suicidal toucan.
Which ultimately led to a really good story arc, so yeah, it's fine.
The only thing we didn't do, because I didn't think we'd have time to do it, was the flock of suicide birds crashing into the aircraft. But you guys killed all the guys before they could release them.
Out of interest, AP, when you were implying that the pin was in the toucan's mouth, were you implying that someone could take it out and put it back into the grenade?
Yeah.
Okay. So grenade, I don't know about gas grenades, but real grenades, once you remove the pin, once the tab is removed, like so you pull the pin out, then you let go of the paddle. Once the paddle's gone, you can't reset it because it starts to fuse.
Okay.
That's what I assumed was the case.
Yeah, so you pull the pin first and you let the paddle go, that starts the fuse, then you
I
throw it.
apologize. I have never thrown a live grenade, so.
I have once in Vegas. New Vegas.
The important thing, though, is that the toucan was trained as an intelligent suicide bomber.
Yeah.
That was a fun mission. I enjoyed that. Like the guy wakes up and he's like, all right, here's $3,000 for your trouble, old man. See you later.
Well,
He's going to need a new aircraft to do his job.
yeah. Well, I would offer him like, you're pretty fucked up, and that was taking years off your life. If you'd like to get that fixed, I'm a fucking surgeon.
Well, we'll go over that next episode in the aftermath.
I also love the idea that
guys.
this fixer was like, yeah, I'll cover all of the other fees, guys. Don't worry.
No,
about it.
he
We're
said
like,
he'd cover your roaming charges, not you intentionally destroyed the aircraft.
Oh yeah, I got to have a talk with Primo as well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that was an intentional destruction of the aircraft.
All right. Just replay the part where Marcus Bishop shot the wall and forced the aircraft to fly without a pilot.
I doubt we would have been able to land that thing anyway. So, though I do have 2 floating IP in Aerotech.
It's not floating IP. Aerotech is about floating, though, but it's...
Well, IP in Aerotech that I can't spend on getting a level just yet. Because it'd be like, I think it's like a ×3 for anything piloty in space and stuff. So
did you actually pick an aircraft that was his aircraft type at all from the book, Arthur, or just
No.
decided?
No,
okay.
no. You mean the Cessna?
Yeah, I thought he named it at some point, like he gave it a
He
name.
did,
or something.
Thunderchild.
Yeah. Okay, no, Thunderchild.
It's
okay.
a reference to the HMS Thunderchild from War of the Worlds.
I was just looking at what an aircraft costs, and I saw there's something here called a Thunderhawk, but it's 12.5 million euros.
A Thunderhawk is a medium-range assault aircraft, I think, right? It's literally like an air supremacy cyber fighter.
Yeah.
No, it's literally like a 70-year-old Cessna. You know?
Yeah, I was looking to see if I could see in the book that
They don't have any. They don't have shitty old aircraft in the books.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
it's got old cars. You've got like the original Humvee, for example, is there. So
yeah,
there's a pretty good chance, by the way, that this old Cessna, when it crash landed, is probably still in pretty good condition. like it just would have like glided down and then like bunk bunk and then crashed.
Yeah, but
it probably would have rolled over and gone into a flat spin. And then gone nose first into the ground.
Yes,
it was a bank angle. It would have banked over and then rolled.
That I described literally that happening.
Yeah,
it's gonna land easily. It's gonna land hard.
Season 3 of the show, we're in the Badlands, right? nomads roll up with inside of an old Cessna that they've converted into a tank, and it's like, oh shit,
Mad
man.
Max style.
Yeah, it's the final piece they needed for the punk knot was this Cessna frame.
Oh my god! They're not gonna haul a Cessna 1,000 miles to become part of the punk knot. I'm pretty sure they can find another airframe a lot closer. Let's do outros. Drumurboy, you're an air pirate, and you just committed your first act of air piracy, which is a felony and everywhere.
I was convinced I was going to die, and it was going to be Primo's fault, and he was going to feel guilty about it.
If you had died, he would have felt guilty about it.
I'm Drumurboy. I make music, put it on the internet. I actually did the music this week, as opposed to many other weeks while I was doing sound packs. Music and new sounds will be out whenever they're done. Whenever there's promo material done. I just upped my rifle skill from 3 to 4, so I'm better at shooting
That's
things.
big.
I literally have not spent any IP on anything yet. I'm not sure where I want to take my guy. I would like to get more Taekwondo, but that's like
It's
fucking
expensive.
A million.
That's like, I'm at level 7 now to go to level 8. It would be like 8 times 4, I guess. Whatever that
80
is. So that'd
times
be like,
4, 320 IP.
yeah,
No,
so
it'd be-
320 IP, yeah.
It's your current level.
You know what
Keep
I'm
going.
hearing? Tournament.
No, level you go into
Tournament arc?
times 10.
It's
No,
your level
in the
going
book
to.
it said the book or the one you are. You spend like
I think it's
because I was at rifle 30. You spend 10 to open a skill, and then 10 to get to the next, 20 to get to the next, 30 to get to the next. So it's like it's offset by 1.
Okay. Well, I mean, shit, it's still like.
It's still a
200
hell of a lot,
something.
yeah. But like
So-
for me to go from rifle 3 to rifle 4 is 30 IP, which is 7 floating in the 20.
Yep. It says
Read that I had
multiply current level of skill by
You are
10.
correct.
So
Yep.
Drummer is correct.
Dump all my points into stock market. Put
So
all my
it'd take you
money into the
280.
stock market.
Damn.
What all I'm hearing is that you need to enter a martial arts tournament to the death in like a
Karate Kid.
No,
can
not
do
Karate
that.
Kid. Like all those shitty white person goes to Southeast Asia and kicks the asses off of everybody there, and a
Oh.
dog dies, but then the dog is alive at the end of the movie.
Nice.
Okay.
Jean-Claude
Yes.
Van Damme. That's what it is.
Kickboxer.
Blood
Go
sport.
to the movie.
Yeah.
Wolfgang has made 3 Taekwondo rolls, and
American
every single
Ninja.
one has ultimately ended in a casualty. So he's doing okay so far.
You're in like the Ip Man remake by the guy who directed Django Unchained, which is his name.
Quentin
Quentin
Tarantino.
Quentin
Tarantino.
Tarantino does Ip Man.
Dave, everyone I've kicked will die eventually too, so.
It's inevitable.
Yep. Yeah, just
the
gonna be
same
playing a
character.
bunch of Cyberpunk this week, I guess.
All right, as part of the intro or outros, I'm going to ask you, what do you think Shamrock Eyes is?
Well, I didn't think it was a
No,
gauntlet. for
We'll get to
starters.
we'll get to yours. I just want to hear Drummer play first.
It might be something luck based.
Interesting.
Shamrock. Something.
All right, Dave, let's see your outro. Final question at the end of it. What do you think Shamrock Eyes is?
Hey, I'm gonna play fucking Cyberpunk after we finish Cyberpunk. So
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
pretty
gonna
pumped.
record character creation and hope that they get that DMCA patch done.
I've been staring at basically a naked woman on my screen for the past 35 to an hour. So I'm good now.
I don't know where to go with that, Dave.
I mean, how different
different
different is that from your normal day to day work now?
Oh wow, that's a good point.
I mean, I don't
Like, can
I
you
don't
count this
l-
as overtime?
I don't necessarily look at like naked women all day. Like that's not a thing that I do. But sure, there's a lot of business in making business. But yeah, find my stuff at Kinky Fridays on Twitter, and yeah, I'm just gonna play this. So Shamrock, I don't know. I mean, like my first thought was like it's probably some sort of like I don't know, like probably something to do with interfacing with other objects and things and stuff like that. I don't know. It makes no sense to me. I don't know what Shamrock means. But
Well,
Yeah.
it's a plant, so if you have a McDonald's Shamrock Shake, it's technically vegetarian.
Yeah, so you call it, Dave, you call it a clover. Australians call it a clover.
Oh, okay. Right, that makes sense now for the luck thing. Okay. Yeah, all right. I don't know. It's probably something to do with controlling people, most likely.
All right. Glimo, outro, and what is Shamrock Eyes to you?
I'm Glimo. I really want to be playing 2077, but I'm going to be working way too much till probably Sunday, so that's
There'll be 9,000 patches between then and now. So
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
be there when you're ready, man.
exactly.
It's not going anywhere.
I thought Shamrock Eyes was some sort of cyber optics thing, so it being a glove really threw me. Yeah, I honestly no idea now.
Okay. James, outro and same question.
Yeah, I am James. I'll be back here on Saturday for Rogue Trader. I got to pick up my kids in 45 minutes, so no prizes for Gex Robin in the next 45 minutes. But I would say that I was guessing Shamrock Eyes was some sort of like net interface device. So similar to like the Netrunner full body immersion sort of things, like it's a control mechanism.
it's a haptic feedback glove, and she's a gamer.
Yeah. It's a Nintendo Power Glove. Remember the Nintendo Power Glove? Anyone that old enough?
Yep.
Yeah. Anyone who's watched Kung Fury.
Hacker man.
Oh my God.
I've hacked the timeline.
The year is 2020, and so far no one has ever thought to put a keyboard on their wrist until now.
When you think a cybermotive is, they have keyboards. I mean, Pascal is literally walking around with a Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual disc right now.
So there was a 1989 movie called The Wizard, starring
Yes, I know that one.
what's his name from the Wonder Years, Fred Savage.
Fred Savage.
Yeah, that involved it was all about computer gaming, and the bad guy in that sort of his edge was he had the power glove, whereas everyone else was using regular controllers.
It wasn't a movie, it was a Nintendo commercial. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
It was the commercial for Super Mario Brothers 3.
Okay. Any closing thoughts before most of us immediately go play 77?
Update your fucking NVIDIA drivers before you start.
Yeah, thanks. I did that. Thanks for that, Dave. I didn't think of that till you reminded me today. So
Apparently it increases the how good it is, like the frame rate and stuff like that, by about like 20 to 30%.
I mean, it literally says when I went to the NVIDIA, I got to use like the the NVIDIA
GeForce
game ready
Experience.
Yeah, that's it. Literally, it says this is the Cyberpunk 2077 patch.
Yep.
Like, it's
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Hold yourself together. I'll be releasing regular 2077 content as soon as that DMCA thing gets done, and it'll be boring because I won't be talking half the time, but probably...
Just don't brain dance. It's only the first 2 brain dance missions.
I don't know what that means, so...
It's when you go into and do the detective mode thing that they showed.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what brain dance is in Cyberpunk, don't you? It's where like
I know what brain dance is, right, in the fiction, but I don't know what a brain dance mission is, because brain dance is not a thing you want to have happen, so...
There's no way you would know.
You're thinking of brain dance, the punishment, but there is brain dance as a drug or sort of thing. It's like the film Strange Days, where you live out people's experiences. So brain dance, the punishment is where you get put into like a limbo state.
Yep.
But there is a like brain dance
it's
as
like
a
the episode of Deep Space Nine where the Irish space mechanic is forced to serve 20 years, and when he comes back, he doesn't recognize his wife and kids and tries to kill everyone.
Yeah, they implant 20 years of memories of being in prison. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's what I think brain dance is. You guys are saying it's that, but it's also something else. So
yeah, the tech is to implant like vision, like sensory input into the brain directly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
One of the like Cyberpunk Nightwire things they went through. One is like if people want to experience, like thrill seekers want to experience robbing a store or some shit, but
Being
don't want to
kicked
do it
in the
themselves.
balls by Johnny Silverhand. You can brain dance, mash nethers.
Yeah, totally.
Listen, I'm
what's the
impressed I
film?
was able to say that because that is difficult to navigate.
I'm impressed as well. Good job.
If you haven't watched the film Strange Days, watch it. It's a great cyberpunk movie. Ray Fiennes and can't remember who else is in it, but it's a good cyberpunk movie. It's not.
Okay,
It's like
I'll
it was.
think
It
about
was. It was done in like 91, about 99, but it has a lot of sort of cyberpunk themes in it.
Okay. That's it. We're done for the night. Have a good night, friends. After these messages, we'll be right back.